Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. Today is actually Sunday, December 30th when I'm filming this, but I wanted to go ahead and film it because it's on my mind and I've really been thinking about it, but I hadn't gotten the chance to sit down. Well, let me rephrase. I did get the chance to sit down, but I didn't take the time to really think through this. So, this is going to be like my January goals and update and all of that. But what we're actually going to do is talk about my 2019 goals, and this is not just crafty stuff. This is my whole life kind of thing. I'm also going to share with you a haul and then all of my items that I used up. So first let me share the haul and the items I used up because it's a little different than normal. So the first thing, this is the haul. This is the only thing I have purchased this entire month in the crafty world. And this actually was purchased quite a bit ago, but I just got it in December. So this is actually a stamp set. And this is one of those that it was like $2 on Amazon, and it came from China, so it took it probably took 7 weeks to get here. So I have no idea what it's called. It has something to do with calendar. But the reason I purchased it, I hope you guys can see this. The reason I purchased it is because you've got the calendar frame. You've kind of got a week with the little lines to fill in. You've got a couple icons. They're a little bit more vintage looking, and that's not really my style, but there's a clock, a camera, and a handwriting thing. But the reason I actually bought it is because you can either do Sunday to Saturday or Monday to Sunday, however one you want to do. And then you've got there's 7 different calendar variations. So that way if the month starts on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it doesn't matter. You can have a variation, and all you would have to do is block off the 30 or 31 depending on what month you're in, or I suppose 29 as well if you're in February. So I really got this because I thought about, and I haven't decided, but I thought that this would be a really good way to make 3x4 cards and be able to stamp the little calendar and circle the dates, especially for trips and things like that. So anyways, it was $2, no biggie. Took forever to come in, but that was okay. I didn't have an immediate need for it. It's just your clear acrylic stamps. They really stuck on here good, but not crazy. You can still peel them off. So I'm really kind of excited to use this. This is different. It's kind of like a build your own calendar kind of thing. As you can see, it was bent in the package. So I need to repackage this and put this with my stamps. And I'm going to look on Amazon and see if I can find the link to it. If I can, I will link it in the description box below. No promises though, because again, this is almost 2 months ago, and I don't know if it's still available. So I'll link it if I can. That's the only thing I purchased, and again, it wasn't even really a purchase, it was just I got it in kind of thing. This is my used up items box, and I keep this right on the shelf right under my desk so I can throw things in there as I use them. Now, I have been doing a lot of creative projects. I have shared every one of my scrapbooking projects with you guys, but I do use my craft supplies for other projects as well. So these are all of the things I used up this month. And if you've been watching, you know that I haven't been purchasing kits to do my kit review with here recently. I will get back to that, but I've got to work through some of my supplies I have. I already had kits made up, and I just need to go through those instead of continuously buying more. So, and you'll see that that is part of my goals for 2019. So let me share with you what I used up. I used up a Gossamer Blue chipboard sheet. I did some printing with my Life printer. So I used up a couple packages of those. I also used up some rubber shapes from Gossamer Blue. These are a Reset Girl. There was a tri-fold sticker sheet, and I used up the little piece first, and then I used up the second section. I only have one section left, but I went ahead and pulled those out. I finished scrapbooking April of 2017. Yay! I finished. I finished. I have 2 washi strip stickers here. So there's tiny little pieces left, but I will not use that. That's only whenever I cut a strip apart and use it in a couple different places. So I have an Ellie Studio one here, and this was a Heidi Swap one that I have completed. I also finished my May 2017 Ellie Studio kit, and these are just the die cut negatives that are in here, but I used that kit as well. I also used up all of my favorite things Project Life cards. I created a game for my family for Christmas, and I used that collection. I used all all of the cards. I literally had one card left, and so I just put it with my miscellaneous cards because I'm not keeping I'm not keeping the label for that for one card. So I've got that. Oh, this is the Life Printer stuff. I used up one roll of washi tape. Yay! I only actually used up one thing of adhesive, but as you can see, I've done a lot. It just hasn't apparently needed adhesive. I must have used other adhesives as well. And then I also killed this Papermate Flare pen. It's a purple pen, but I killed this pen, so it is going in the trash as well. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing what you can use if you actually like put your mind to it. And this just makes me the happiest. I'm not trying to use up everything I have, of course, but it does make me happy when I can see that I am using the things that I have. And this right here shows me that I'm not just wasting my money when I buy things, but I am actually, you know, being creative with it and enjoying the supplies and using them. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way, and let's move on to the goal setting part of this. Let's get rid of these. It's exciting. I feel accomplished. Okay. So what I did is, this is actually a printable that was free online, which I will link in the description box below because that is not mine. But I actually just typed up this one myself on my computer. So these are Melody's 2019 goals. And I've got this divided into 6 sections because there are 6 sections on here. This is a monthly goal tracker. And then this is just an overall annual kind of thing. So I'm going to share with you the sections and what my goals are, and then we'll go into the kind of like the plan for the month, I suppose you could say. All right, so I've got it divided by family, health, creative, home, business, and financial. So family is cherish the moment today. So I am a planner. I am a person who likes to be prepared for things. I'm a person who likes to work until something is done. I am a person that likes things to be clean and perfect, but not really perfect. Like, I'm not obsessive about it being perfect, but if the house is dirty and the dishes need to be cleaned, I will do all of that before I do anything else. And I want to change that in 2019. I'm not letting my house go to crap or anything like that, but I want to cherish the moment a little bit more. And so on the days that Kaylin's out of school, go do something. On the days that we have a snow day, go outside and play instead of just staying inside and cleaning. I can get very wrapped up in like being productive and getting things done and have zero fun with my family. And I hate that. Like, that is a great thing for my house because my house is always clean. Like, if you come to my house, it's clean. It just always is because I have something that I clean every day. It's just kind of a goal I have. But I want to stop focusing on that because that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But my family does. And so I want to make sure that I am taking the moments, all of those extra little moments, and cherishing those and doing something with those. So a couple things that I put was one new extended trip with my family. So we go out of town, but a lot of times we just go visit family, and I want to start doing different things. We did last year, or 2018, we did go to a wedding in Missouri, but we really kind of took time while we were there to go visit a museum, a couple museums and things like that, and go look at the stadium, the NFL stadium that's there, the Chiefs NFL stadium that's there, and just like had fun as a family. So, and then we also went to Florida. I took Kaylin to go visit my grandmother in Florida, and he had never been to her house. He's of course seen her because she comes up, but he had never been to her house in that part of Florida. He had never like swam in the Gulf, so that was a new thing that we did. That was just me though. Ernest had to stay back and work. And then we also went camping with my family again. This time it was camping with the whole family instead of just camping with my mom. So we did a lot of things in 2018, but I want to make sure that we do even more in 2019 and do one new thing, because I'm sure we'll go camping again. I'm sure we'll go visit my grandmother at her house again, especially now that I have a much more flexible schedule. I'm sure we'll do all of those normal things, but I do want to add at least one trip. Something different. It's okay if we go visit family, but I want it to be something different. So that's the goal for family. Oh, and then visit new places each month on day trips. So we have a lot of things that are within driving distance from us, like aquariums and the beach and just in the mountains. There's caverns that you can go to in the mountains, all kinds of things like that. And I want to make sure that we do at least one new thing each month, even if it's local, just something new and different. Okay, health. Constantly improving and sticking with the improvements I'm making. So I would set a weight loss goal, but I'm absolutely horrible. As soon as I have a goal, I can't seem to do anything. I get stagnant. I just can't. Like, that number kills me. It's mental. I know it is. So instead, what I'm doing is setting a goal to just constantly improve, whether it's, okay, today I am going to walk 5,000 steps, something like that, and sticking with those improvements. So if I get into a habit of walking, I don't know, 7,000 steps a day, don't all of a sudden go down to 5, but stay at 7. If I get into a habit of drinking 5 bottles of water a day, then stay at that instead of like slowly drifting off once I get to the goal. So I'm going to do monthly goals that are based on these annual goals, and this is where kind of these things come into play, but these are just very overall like goals for the year. Creative, doing something creative every day to document and preserve the memories. Preserves. Make sure I spelled that right. Preserve memories. So I want to finish all my previous year's albums up to 2018. I'm okay having 2018 not done, but I can't have 2016 and 17 not done as well. And I think 15 is done. I do think 15 is done. And I do need to go back and start doing Kaylin's baby album. And then print photos as I go. I am absolutely horrible at that. So I want to start doing that. Home, finish projects, and declutter. So I'm on this big like declutter kick right now. And it's going very well, but obviously it's slow going. So I'm going to continue that, but I do want to finish projects. I can't tell you how many projects I have where I have purchased things to do or collected things to do, pieces I want to refinish and use in my house as decor and things like that. So I need to do those instead of just piling them in the garage. Business, be able to sustain by working at home. So I'm currently working at home. Between my Etsy shop and my teaching ASL online, I'm not quite at full-time income, but I want to get to that point to where I don't have to look for outside income. So that is a huge goal of mine because that really affects things like going on trips with my family and being healthy, because if I am constantly stressed, it's not going to make me healthy. So anyways, being able to sustain by working at home. There's a lot that goes into that, but that's kind of the overall goal. And then financial, simplify, simplify, simplify. Not really pay off stuff. That would be amazing. But it's not like I have a goal to pay off my house this year because we just bought it last year. But simplify. So whether it's consolidating things or making it where all of my stuff is auto paid off of one credit card and then I pay that credit card off every month. Something like that. I haven't figured that out, but simplify, 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 because I realized whenever we went on that trip to Kansas City, I had to make sure everything was done before we went instead of it just being, it was not an automatic process. And I think that's from me working in banking for so long. I don't work in banking anymore, but I did. I think from me working in banking, I was so used to doing all the financial stuff while I was like at work in the mornings or in the afternoons and things like that. Now I don't do that because I don't work there anymore. So it's not gotten out of hand, but it's a lot more difficult. I have to really think about it. So I want to make sure that's simplified and I don't have to think about it. I just want to make sure it's automatically done. So those are my goals. This is this goal tracker sheet, and I found this online and I thought it was super cool. And they have like a monthly and a weekly and topics already like pre-filled in for you and all of that. But what I'm going to do is I took their blank one. I kept the meal plan because that is a huge thing for me. We spend so much money on like eating out or last minute meal ideas. And if I could just meal plan, I don't have to have a meal every night. But if I had like 3 meals planned for the week and then we could eat leftovers on the other days or have like random, we have a busy schedule. So there's always a night of the week where we don't eat together. And so it's usually just like, okay, a sandwich or make a grilled cheese or something like that. So if I could have like 3 days a week that I actually have, you know, food, supplies to make specific meals, that would be amazing. Amazing. Instead of scrambling around at 5:30 trying to figure out what we're going to eat. And, you know, with that in mind, it is 4:54 right now, and I have no idea what we're eating tonight for dinner. Like, no clue. We ate leftovers for lunch. I don't know what's on the menu for dinner, so that could come in handy. Okay, so this is going to be January. I have the sections, and I'm kind of thinking I want to stamp. I want to make this fun. I want to do this each and every month, kind of at the beginning of the month. Which is, again, I was really kind of excited about it, which is kind of why I'm doing this now. I'm starting before the month starts. I kind of want to put this here, but it's not going to fit where the title is. You know what? Ooh. I can see out the window, and I love it. I love as I'm sitting here scrapbooking or working at my desk, I can see out the window, and I can see who's coming. We live on, like we live near the cul-de-sac. We're just like 2 houses up from the cul-de-sac, and I like being able to see. I like it. Okay, we are going to stamp, and I'm just using some Paper Tray Ink Smoky Shadow ink. Let's get some scrap paper. Can always print another one if I jack this up, but I really would not. I would really just prefer to make this easy and not have to do this multiple times. I had to think about that because I put 2018 on the goal sheet. And when I was looking for printables, a lot of the stuff that was coming up were like 2018 goals, and it didn't even occur to me until I started thinking about it that, wait, it's not 2018. There's really not that many 2019 ones available. I'm sure there will be a lot in about 2 days. But right now, when I went to go look today, there just weren't that many. Especially not really pretty ones I liked. Okay, so I've got January 2019 stamped. And if you're interested, that's the dated stamp from Ellie's Studio. I believe it's still available or some variation of it. This one goes from 2015 to 2020, but I think there is some sort of variation of this available still. So I've got that. Then I've got 2 alphas here. I love this Basics lowercase Felicity Jane, but I think it's too big. And I do love the Studio 29 Walden print stamps. Yeah. The ones that don't have the ascenders and descenders fit well. But like the top of the B, the top of the D, the top of the F, that doesn't work. So let's nix that idea and go on to the next. Going on to the next. Okay, Walden print by Studio 29 Designs. And this company is no longer in business. I loved them, but unfortunately they are no longer in business. Now you may be able to find this stamp set somewhere. Of course, you could always find something similar. Okay. And I am actually going to just stamp. Yes. Just do it. I'm going to keep it in the same order. I'm going to stamp each letter individually. Okay. You guys all have to tell me what if you're a goal maker or not. I'm not a resolution maker. But you could probably say that's what these are. I am not a resolution maker because I hate thinking that I only do this at the beginning of the year. I am very much a goal maker and a list maker throughout the entire year. And this is not going to be perfect, but I do like to just play around with things. I feel like this is going to take me a while though, so I'm going to speed this up for you. Oh, especially since you can't even see it anyways. There we go. I'm going to speed this up. Or maybe even just cut it out so you don't have to watch it. I'm literally just going to stamp these headers. And then we'll come back and start filling it in. I'm only going to fill in the creative one, I think, with you. Because I have to think a little bit about the other ones. I kind of know what I want to do on the creative side already, which is really what pertains to my YouTube channel. So, let's do this. Okay, so I've got it all stamped. I'm just cleaning up here. It's amazing how much ink I get everywhere when I'm trying to stamp. Okay, got all that stamped. Just got the headers on there, and we are going to just do the creative one. I'm not going to do the rest of it with you because that would just take forever, and really only the creative one kind of affects this YouTube channel, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and let's just see. I always have a little scratch piece of paper, and I always have like a little scrap section over here. So creative. So the goal is doing something creative every day to document and preserve memories, finishing all previous years' albums up to 2010, and print photos as I go. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is take album inventory. Album and photo inventory. I have no idea what's not been printed. I did a lot of printing of photos, probably June of last year, and I honestly don't think I've printed anything since then. So I've got to do that, like seriously do that. Then I need to purchase albums needed because I have layouts done for 2018. I did at least look at that, and I don't have an album for them to go into. And then I have another album, I think 2017, I only have one album for, and then also 2016 is overflowing, and I haven't decided if I'm going to have to move 2016 into 3 albums. I really don't want to, but I might have to. So, but I've got to figure out what I have and what I need. So first take the inventory and then purchase the albums I need so I don't have this problem. Also noticed I purchased the album at Hobby Lobby here most recently. Normally I had bought them at Michael's. Though just the black 12x12 We Are Memory Keepers, and my Michaels doesn't carry them anymore. But Hobby Lobby still has theirs. It's their own version of them, and they're just like maybe a half or a quarter inch bigger. So maybe if I purchase a couple of those, then I won't have to put them in 3 because they are just slightly bigger. Not sure. I'll figure that out though. So those are 2 huge things I need to do in January. Also, this is another one of those projects that I probably won't share with you because I've done it already with you. And that is one of Kaylin's, I still haven't done his preschool book. What I do is I take all of the art projects and things like that they completed in preschool and took pictures of that I had like copied off of the preschool page and all of that and put them in a photo book and print that. And then I get rid of like 95% of the artwork that he brought home. And all of that is sitting on my floor, and it's been sitting on my floor for months. Actually, I think it's been sitting on the floor since we moved in. I don't think I ever put it away. I think I left it on the floor in here. I have 3 books that I technically have to do, but I don't think I'm really going to do one for first grade. I may do one for kindergarten. I don't know how much actual artwork there is. I have a ton of artwork from preschool left, from his 3rd year. He was in preschool for 3 years. So for his 3rd year of preschool. So I'm going to do that one first, and then I'll have to figure out maybe in February if I'm going to do one for kindergarten and first grade, or if I'm just going to include a couple of those pieces in my scrapbook album. So let's just do preschool photo book. I'll know what that is. I am determined to get that done. And that actually goes along with the home thing. That's one of those projects and decluttering things that I just have to get out of the way. I just have to do it. Like, come on, get with it, get it done. Okay, so those are 3 big things. Is there anything else I want to do? Oh, okay, so I need to print photos. So if I'm printing them at least before the month is over, I probably should print December's photos in January. Okay, so let's just do print December 2018 photos. Okay, that makes sense. And then in February, I will print January's if I haven't already. But I definitely need to make sure December's are printed. Anything else creative? Now my Etsy shop is going to fall under business. It's not going to fall under creative for me. It's going to fall under business. Because even though it is creative, it is still very focused on business. So, okay. I really want to do, get better at using Instagram with my YouTube channel. Like for real. So let's say be active on Instagram with YouTube. Okay. And that's just like my YouTube channel, or maybe I'll post pictures of my layouts or something like that. Anything else? I think that's enough, but let me just think for a second. No, I think that is it. There's always like organization I can do in my office and all that, but it's a working system at the moment, so I'm not going to put that on here. I don't think there's anything else I need to add. Okay, I think that's it. So for creative, the overall goal is doing something creative every day to document and preserve memories. So finish all previous year's albums up to 2018 and print photos as I go. Now I do scrapbook a lot, so I'm not adding that as a goal because that's something I already do. But the actual goals for this month are take album and photo inventory, so I know what I need to do. Purchase albums needed. Preschool photo book. Print December 2018 photos, and be active on Instagram with YouTube. And as you saw at the beginning, oh no, I didn't do that in this video. I shared the kit that I'm working with. I just finished a stash kit, and then I'm working with a kit that kind of was based off of a Gossamer Blue kit. Well, this like pile of photos, I just have like a pile of these, but I don't know how many more layouts I actually have. I probably have at least 15 more layouts worth of photos printed, but this is coming in good timing because I need more photos printed in order to keep scrapbooking. So perfect timing. Get my act together. Let's do it. Okay. All right. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this kind of a little bit of a different style of video, but I thought it worked really well coming into the new year, as well as, you know, starting a new month and setting out goals for myself and being a little bit more purposeful in my planning, I suppose you could say. But not being like super strict, just being purposeful. I don't do one little word. I really considered it, but it was just another thing to add. However, I think I might print a couple of like inspirational quotes and put them on my little like clothesline thing that's up here that has scrapbook layouts on it. Kind of switch that out and maybe include a couple of quotes that are inspirational. And one of the words I really like is purposeful, like being purposeful in what you're doing. So I might print something and put that up there. Just a thought. But anyways, okay, that is it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this whole video. Let me know your thoughts, your questions, what you guys are doing, different ways that you are creative every day. Mostly I'm creative with scrapbooking, but I do other little projects too. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I will see you later. Bye.